3 DSCR myths costing short-term rental investors in 2026, plus a bonus that could save your next Airbnb deal. There's a lot of confusion around how DSCR loans work, especially when it comes to short-term rentals. In this video, I'm breaking down 3 of the most common myths I hear from investors, and I'm going to give you the facts based on real-world experience helping clients close deals in 2026. And at the end, I'll share a bonus myth that most lenders won't tell you about, but it could save you on your next Airbnb purchase. Let's get into it. Myth number 1, you need a 12-month rent roll to qualify. This one comes up constantly, and it's just not true. You do not need a 12-month rental history from the seller to qualify for a DSCR loan on a short-term rental. In most cases, we qualify based on projected market rent using Form 1007 from the appraisal. That means you can buy a property that hasn't even been listed on Airbnb yet and still get approved. Here's a real example. I had a client in Colorado doing a cash out refinance on an existing short-term rental. They didn't have a strong rent roll. The income was inconsistent and a few months were missing entirely. But we ordered a new appraisal, got a 1007 completed, and the market comps came back strong. The DSCR calculated at 1.2 and the loan was funded. That gave them access to their equity, which they used to purchase another Airbnb. These aren't just income-producing properties. They're assets that you can leverage to scale your portfolio. Myth number 2, you can't go below a 1 on your DSCR. This is another common one, and again, it's not always true. Some lenders allow DSCRs below 1, even down to 0.75, and in some cases, we can use what's called a no-ratio DSCR loan, meaning the DSCR isn't factored in at all. Now, those loans do require the rest of the file to be strong. You need good credit, solid reserves, and usually a 25% down payment. But if you got that in place, you can still close, even if the property doesn't cash flow on paper yet. One client I'm working with right now is buying a $1.2 million spec home in Idaho. The goal is to operate it as an Airbnb, but because there are no good rental comps in the area, the DSCR doesn't work. So we went with a no ratio loan. Yes, the rate is slightly higher and they're putting 25% down, but they now own the property. They're listing it on Airbnb and they're starting to build their rent history. When the time comes to refinance, they'll be in a great position with a clean rent roll and a lower risk profile. Myth number 3, in an LLC purchase, you have to use the lowest middle credit score. A lot of investors think that when they buy as an LLC with multiple borrowers, they're stuck using the lowest middle score on the team. That's false. We can actually use the highest middle score from any borrower up to 4 people, even if you're closing in the name of an LLC. This makes a big difference, especially for partnerships or investment groups. Here's an example. We had one client group where one borrower had a 620 and another had a 740. We used the 740 and they qualified for much better terms than they expected. It's not just about who's on the file. It's about how the file is structured and presented. Bonus myth, all DSCR lenders are the same. This one is subtle, but it's one of the most dangerous myths out there. People assume all DSCR lenders offer the same programs, the same flexibility, and the same terms, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Just like with banks, not all lenders are built the same. Some allow short-term rentals, others don't. Some require a minimum DSCR of 1.25, others allow 1 or even no ratio. Some want perfect credit. Others are more flexible. Some are fast and investor friendly. Others are painfully slow. Let me give you a real example. We had a deal in Galveston, Texas that was being flagged as a rural property by multiple lenders, even though it was not. We worked with a lender who allowed us to choose our own appraiser, someone local who knew the market, and we got the deal funded. The client was in a tough spot. They had liens, judgments, and attorneys involved. This loan helped them get out from under it and start fresh. Now, a year later, we're refinancing them into a better product because the area has improved, their file is clean, and we're able to use stronger comps. This is why strategy matters. Don't chase the lowest rates. Find the right fit for your deal. So if you like this video and you're learning from these DSCR short-term rental myths, make sure to stay tuned for the next one. We've got more coming to help you navigate the 2026 real estate market with clarity and confidence. Thanks for watching.